Hey there, and welcome back to Sea Power, and welcome back to the finale of this mini-campaign for the K-493. This time, we're sinking another aircraft carrier. It's the Americans' brand new USS Nimitz. And she and her escorts are most likely not going to make it easy. Thankfully, this time around I have 3 submarines. I have K-493, as you can see over here, this is the Alpha class. I also have the Arkhangelsk. The Arkhangelsk is an Oscar 1 class, so we have a guided missile submarine. And I am still running the same mod, which is the Packed Lethality mod, which potentially puts more of these missiles onto my sub than there should be. Or at least I have the shipwrecks, and I have 24 of them. So you can definitely deliver a fairly hefty blow to the enemy. But since I'm also running the NTU mod, the new threat upgrade, it's entirely likely that NATO will be very adept at neutralizing all these missiles. Finally, we have the K-299, Victor 3. Further improvement of the 671 project. These guys are capable of launching a couple of different torpedoes, as well as SSN-16 Stallions. These are anti-submarine rockets out to 55 miles. So it's a very interesting weapon, because I can just drop a torpedo on top of a submarine if I detect it from afar. I don't have to wait for them to be in range of, for example, the Test 71, which is a range of 13.5 miles. Aside from that, I also have the USET-80. This is an anti-submarine slash anti-surface torpedo, dual purpose, so very flexible in that regard. And I have the 6576. This is an anti-surface 650mm wakehomer. They're known as carrier killers, and they have a range of 54 miles. Their downside is their speed. They're only doing 30 knots. So in that regard, it's possible that the aircraft carrier will outrun them. We'll just have to see how well we do with sneaking up on the target. We also find that we have the MG-44 Korund over here, which is an anti-submarine hydroacoustic submarine simulator. So it's not exactly anti-submarine. It is a bit of a submarine decoy, if you will. It's pretending to be us. At the moment, I'm operating close to Norway, and I have yet to find the enemy. Let's see how close we are. We're about 3 to 5 miles apart. Okay. Who has the best ESM? I think they all have pretty much the same, because I want to pop up the ESM. Yeah, we got the C and the X band. I want to get the ESM mast up and just see if there's anybody making some noise up there. Let's do that with the Victor. So that's going to be the 299. I'm going to put you to periscope depth. I'm going to put the Arkhangelsk to below the layer. Yeah, we are at 390. You're above the layer. Even you aren't detecting anything. That's surprising, because if an aircraft carrier comes running, they tend to make a lot of noise. We have a ship below... Well, we have a boat below the layer. We have a boat above the layer. Where are the Americans? And why can I not detect them? Oh, by the way, the K-299, this Victor 3, also has a towed sonar array. Very valuable asset. Let's come up to periscope depth. I'm hoping I'm not going to immediately get sniffed out by a plane or helicopters. Nothing. Lower ESM, raise periscope. There's the scope. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. We know that they're coming in from the west, so they might be just passing Iceland. I'm not sure exactly how far away they are. We'll just have to continue on our course and just see what we run into. We've picked up a passive contact very close to my subs. The K-299 might have it behind her. This is at a depth of 351, and it's seemingly going up to periscope depth. So I have, or at least going above the layer, I've turned the 299 up. I'm not sure exactly who detected this, because I was running at time acceleration, and then it just popped into view. There's also contact 7002, but I have no idea where. I couldn't find that again. Oh, there it is. Are we looking at 2 submarines? That would be quite something. That would be quite something. Everybody, go to 1/3. I've spread out my submarines a bit more to make sure I'm not one huge target. Because if then, for example, the Archangels comes under fire, the 493 could also immediately start taking torpedo hits. They're at 325 still. I'm concerned about this range. Thermal layer 302. They're at 325? Hold on. Stay below the layer. You are also at 325. So they're still below the layer. I don't like this one bit. They're way too close for my liking. Make like a hole on the water. I'll stop. I want to see what these NATO boats are going to do. I only want you to continue moving. They got way too close for comfort. Going back down. That's 2.5 miles. And towards my stern is about 4.5. Oh, we got him. There he is. Hello. We got him in the 299's passive array. That's problematic. I can't exactly turn around without making a lot of noise. He's doing 20 knots? Where are you going in such a hurry, little one? Arkhangelsk. 1/3. Come round. Prepare to engage. Confidence is growing. Unfortunately, Arkhangelsk does not have a total rate, nor does the 493. So I'm only picking them up, I think, on the towed array of the 299 here. I have to gently turn around. I think this is a nuclear boat, because they tend to not have diesels do 20 knots. So it's like he's on a sprint leg. Oh, Jesus. Okay, we got a torpedo in the water. We have a torpedo in the water. This changes the whole deal. This changes the whole deal. We're going to launch a torpedo in the general direction. I'm not sure exactly where that torpedo is going. It's on the course of 354, which puts it exactly nowhere. Well, actually, I stand corrected. That puts it at the K299. That's the only sub that was still moving. Let's go above the layer, increase the fall. Yep, they popped a noisemaker. They don't like this test 71 coming after them. Classify, hostile submarine. There's 2 torpedoes in the water. It's definitely an American sub. Hostile. Arkhangelsk is going to maintain her turn. Although I can already launch a test 71 after this one. These things are wire guided, yes? Yes, they are. Excellent. Send it. Oh boy, we got a lot of torpedoes coming at us. Send this thing there. That's the decoy torpedo. Now we're going to pop a noisemaker and we're going to floor it. Don't care about cavitation. Run. Run, 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 run. We got 3 torpedoes coming after us. These are Mark 48s. These are smart weapons. I really hope that this MG44 is going to make enough noise to present itself as a target. Unfortunately, this thing is following me down into the depths. I'm hearing all sorts of active pings at this point. Do we know what we're looking at? Not yet. Could be a British Swifter. I'm at 800 feet. He's not pursuing. He's going up. Interesting. This torpedo is going to have to fend for itself. I can't exactly guide it in anymore. Over here we also have that other weapon. I'm not sure if this one's aware, because they're still going so fast that they might not have heard the torpedo yet. Arkhangelsk is going to continue her turn over to starboard. 7010, hostile torpedo confirmed. Give me weapon seekers. They should be able to spot me. But I'm very deep. I'm 1100 feet down. Head west. Head standard. Do not cavitate. Cavitation not allowed. This Mark 48 has lost me. The 493 has been hit? What the hell? Well, that's you, toast. I think, since the 493s are, well, our main player, if you will, our main character, this is not exactly allowed. Yep, 493 is dead. Thankfully, the game is allowing me to continue. Arkhangelsk has a torpedo inbound. We do? From where? I'm not so sure. This Test 71 is searching. I cannot guide it. That's the submarine right there. Okay. Send it. Move to acquire. I think these Mark 48s have kind of fooled. This Test 71's trying to find the noisemaker and kill that. How did they get this close? Yeah, that decoy is nicely traveling around. I personally wouldn't transit a decoy at 6 knots, or at 6 feet, because that doesn't strike me as a submarine. But that's not something I can really control. Hello, submarine. Guide it. 7005, fade it. That's you. He's doing 15 knots. He's doing all sorts of weird things. He's going to 20 and then cycling back to 15. This Test 71 does not have a very decent seeker, unfortunately. Go back to 1/3. I think we've cleared the Mark 48s for now. So he's going to be reloading for a bit. Over here, our torpedo is traveling at 550 feet. Our target is at 555, so it's possible that he's already locked on. New passive contact designates 7015. That's the enemy noisemaker. But the submarine has to be close. Because if he popped a noisemaker there, that's his total, right? There he is. That's Los Angeles. Yeah, this Test 71's trying to... It's almost like it's trying to find the Mark 48. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but okay. Knife fighting enemy submarines, isn't that nice? I'm still guiding this Test 71 in with the Arkhangelsk. I don't believe that this submarine's actually where it's supposed to be. Not where advertised. This thing is still searching. So if they push northwest, they're going to get hit by the Test 71, ideally. No, I can't guide that decoy anymore. How are you doing? 550... 555. It's possible that this thing is gonna... Yep. It's gonna start searching now. But it's searching for something way up high. That is not, repeat, not where the enemy submarine is. New contact designates 7017. That's an additional noisemaker. Where's that submarine at? This thing is gonna have to search a little harder in order to find the target. New contact. Designate 7018. That's another noisemaker. Enemy submarine around? That looks like more noisemakers. That's the other one. I don't want to have this thing commit yet. 299's on position. Maintain course. Proceed. I'm hoping that I can pick this submarine up, but at present I'm having a hard time with that. He's heading west. Since these are his last noisemakers, I suspect he's doing something like that. This torpedo, I think, is not going to find anything. He's doing course of 110. So he's heading almost due east. Something like that. Still guiding this test 71. There's another noisemaker. There. Okay then. 7018's another noisemaker. I really like this start. It's very exciting. That's... Is that a noisemaker or a torpedo? Noisemakers don't have directions. I think I might not be able to hear this thing because of all the noisemakers around. He popped 2. There's another. I can just follow the noisemakers and go back and find the submarine afterwards. He's laying a trail of breadcrumbs, just very noisy breadcrumbs at that. New contact, 7022. Which is what precisely? Another noisemaker all the way over there. I find that highly unlikely. That looks like a submarine. There you go. He's running at 25 knots. He's flooring it. That's the submarine. That's his towed array right up there. Acquire the target. Now he's on full attack mode. I cannot control the torpedo anymore. Range? 2 miles from the 299. But he's fully flooring it. He's doing top speed of 33 knots. He's going to be so noisy that he probably doesn't have a clue that there's a submarine right next to him. Excellent. This test 71, I think, is still searching above the layer. Although now it's going right back down again. It could be onto something here. Could be onto something. I think this one has a pretty good shot. And could very well put that Los Angeles down. Come on. I'm chasing it with 40 knots, and he's running away 33. So if I have enough fuel, I'll get him. I think in Sea Power I've very rarely taken shots at LA, so I'm not sure if one torpedo is going to be enough to kill it. There's a noisemaker. Changing course. It's changing depth, I think. Torpedo doesn't care. Or does it? Come on, have at him, my friend. Have at him. Hit. 7023. They've been hit. Excellent. How about that other... Oh, the other torpedo ran out of fuel. Crap. Okay. So at least this guy's been hit. He's down to 2 knots. He's changing depth going down. I'm gonna wait to see if he pops up or not. Because he could very well be dead. As for the submarine over there to my northeast, I don't know. I don't know. He has shown an interesting set of judgment, if you will, by changing his speed to 20 knots. So I'm not exactly sure what his intentions are. But for now, let's just continue on with the plan as is. Which is to pursue the contact, develop the other one. They've just fallen silent, they're down to 0 knots. They're holding depth. I can launch another torpedo at it. But I would actually rather not, because I don't think that they know where the K299 is. These Mark 48s are circling around above the layer, I think? The layer was at what, 350? 302, so they're below the layer. If this Mark 48 gets a whiff of the Los Angeles, it could very well attack the own submarine. It could attack the launching platform. What was the game froze there? I thought it was going to acquire my own sub. There you go. He's gone. Los Angeles eliminated. That's at least one of them gone. So I've traded 1 for 1. And, well, it might sound a little harsh, but I actually don't mind losing the 493, because it's my least capable submarine. It has the Z-65s and the wake homers, but I have some far better weapons aboard these submarines. So I actually don't really mind. The only thing that now remains to be done is take out this submarine and we can continue the hunt. That's a British noisemaker. That's an American noisemaker. Hold on. Is there a third submarine? Because we've cleared this guy out. There's somebody up over there to the northeast. Like there, I think. But there's a third? Yikes. That would explain a lot. It would explain a lot. I'm going to keep the K299 on her current course to make sure that she does not get hit by a Mark 48. I'm going to continue to listen and just let it develop. Because the Mark 48s are not having a great time finding me. And I think they're about to run out of fuel. So, given that, I don't really want to make too much more noise. I don't want to give them any ideas on their last bit of fuel. And I want to see what this turns into. It's only 5 miles away. I want to go above the layer. Let's investigate. New noisemaker and a new Mark 48. Coming towards? I don't know. Maybe the 299? Because that's where it seems to be going. And this noisemaker just got thrown out by this... by this surfaced Los Angeles? It's the Indianapolis. What the hell? Okay, below the layer. They're not dead. They're not dead, but we can make them dead. Send it. I really don't know where that thing's going, and I can't exactly afford to run away too fast. So my best shot here is to run below the layer. And try to avoid detection by going below the thermal layer. I'm almost there. 302. Let's go deep. I might lose the Mark 48, but rather I lose it than it catches me. And this torpedo is gonna, well, fend for itself. Most likely. What a start of a mission this one is. Mark 48 still searching, no joy. So yes, there is indeed a Los Angeles class over there. And most likely a British submarine somewhere over there to the wreck of the 493. Because that is probably what killed the 493. Interesting. My Test 71 has still not been successful at acquiring the enemy submarine, so I'm going to do something a little unusual. I'm going to go to periscope depth. And I am hoping that the American, the LA, that's somewhere over there, is still up there. I'm going to try and spot the enemy submarine with my periscope. It's a very unusual way of going about things. But, well, as long as my torpedo is still wire-guided, I might be able to talk it into the enemy submarine. So, ray scope. These are such enormous submarines. Don't have them detected. ESM might be a bit much. That's wishful thinking. No joy. Worth a shot. What? Mark 48? Still? 7031 faded. That's this one. It's probably because K299 has just cleared the layer. These things are outside of the search cone. Well, I mean, my submarine is outside of the search cone, so that's not a problem. I'm still missing the submarine over there around the wreck of the 493. Don't know where that is. I'm gonna have to wait for this American to make a mistake, or to go active sonar. That's my other option right now. Just ping him with active, and then talk the torpedo into it. But the problem that I see with that is that I then probably get met by a torpedo coming in from the Swifture or the British Oberon, could it be? Like a diesel electric? That might explain why the 493 was not able to detect it. I'm thinking it's... well, it's British, we know that because of the noisemaker. If they would be so kind to launch another torpedo, and I know that's a very weird thing to say, if they would be so kind to launch another torpedo, at least I could detect it. Detect the launch, and then pursue it from there. As this is turning into a fairly long fight, that's something I'm going to be doing in the next part. This two-parter is going to continue tomorrow, or if you're a member, you can already watch it right now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon for the next part.